Yow, yow, yow. So by now, I'm pretty sure, unless you've been living under a rock or in quarantine, never mind. But I'm pretty sure that you've heard an article by now about how wildlife and animal life is coming back into nature because that's where the fuck it belongs. On top of that, the dairy industry is taking a big toll right now. They're taking a big hit. The dairy industry is getting killed right now because everybody's inside and nobody's fucking feeding for milk. Dairy being one of the leading causes to mucus being one of the leaders causing to all diseases. This is a great thing. It's crazy. Nature always wins. But check out this article.
Idaho is home to a massive dairy industry. It's the fourth largest milk-producing state in the entire country, and many of those dairies are right here in the Magic Valley. But between demand for dairy tanking because of major consumers closing their doors,
it went from a very optimistic year to a very pessimistic year in a matter of days.
And the prices that dairies are paid for their milk,
we're now seeing milk price basically the equivalent of what we had during the 2009 recession.
Dairymen are finding it hard to break even.
You know that's what you rely on day to day. That's what I take care of my animals with. That's what I pay all my employees with. That's what I take care of my family with.
Dairies are paid by weight, not gallons. Right now, the selling price per 100 pounds of milk, or hundredweight, is a third less than what it costs to produce it.
The cost to produce milk is about $16 a hundredweight, and where milk prices currently are settling based on the value of cheese and butter and powder is about $11 a hundredweight.
Cows produce milk and are milked daily, which leaves dairy producers with no choice but to dump the excess milk down the drain.
Too much supply, not enough demand, especially with the COVID right now. Restaurants are shut down, and so with restaurants being out, schools being shut down, they're just saying that there's just nowhere to go with our products right now. It's a tough pill to swallow. It's hard to watch.
The Idaho Dairymen's Association is encouraging the USDA to buy some of that excess milk and donate it to food pantries so it doesn't go to waste.
We're trying to do what we can as an industry and with USDA help to support those food banks and to provide dairy products there to try and solve really two problems. One, it helps to take some of the excess milk and dairy products off the market, and two, it's going to provide great nutrition for families that are in need right now.
But through the hardship, dairy producers say they'll keep moving forward the best they can.
Just keep going. I mean, we've been through tough times. Dairying's been, up and down for the last 3-4 years. Just got to keep fighting.
Natasha Williams, 6 on your side.
Now, did you hear how much money they said they spend a year to maintain and own these cow farms? All that money could be spent towards, and all that space could be spent towards growing vegetables, rice, plants, things that'll save the earth, things that provide nourishment and don't produce death. So if we're not patronizing these cow farms and these dairy industries and these dairy products and these dairy plants, then it just goes to show that we were spending millions of dollars on an industry that's not needed. It only produces death. On top of that, cow farms produce 2 of the most harmful gases on this earth, putting holes into the ozone layer, causing more death, creating global warming. So when is enough enough? But it's okay, because nature's always going to show you the answer. We try to make it more complex than what it is. But there's going to be more occurrences like this coming up in the current weeks with all this quarantine and COVID-19 shit going on. Just pay attention, y'all. Peace.